Hello everybody and welcome back to another episode on the Hermitcraft server. Today we are going to be preparing things for the build-off. If you haven't heard about this, BdoubleO has challenged Keralis to a build-off and it's going to happen right here on the server. Now this is an idea that I've been talking to those guys about for ages. It was quite some time ago at work. I was brainstorming ideas and I came up with the idea for a build-off. And you know, I'm not a builder, I'm more of an interior decorator, I think is what I'd call myself. But yeah, I'm not really a builder, and I thought, you know what, I know two guys that are really great at building and they'd be perfect for a build-off. And that was a long time ago that we started talking about that. It's been ages and we've just never been able to get it together and get the competition going, if you want to call it that. And now that BdoubleO is on Hermitcraft, it seemed like an ideal opportunity to actually do the build-off at last and do it as a Hermitcraft thing. So this is like the first ever Hermitcraft build-off, and I've got to get things prepared for these guys because they're going to need a lot of materials. And look at this, the world is just not loading. Let's press F3 and A, force it to load, and there we go. So I've come over here to the spawn village to set up an area for them to have the build-off at. Now I've been thinking about this, and this seems like a really good location because we've got all the new houses just around here, and behind that there is a ton of flat land over here. So it's somewhere around this area that we're going to be doing the build-off, and that structure is new to me, that one over there. It's not just assassins. I thought it was because I saw the bricks, and there's all this nether brick. That looks really interesting. I'm going to go back and check that out in a bit, but at the moment we are here to scout out an area for the build-off. So I've been thinking about this for a long time. The original idea was to do it in survival mode but on another server, or we've also talked about doing it in creative mode as well, but what we're going to end up doing is pure survival mode. I think these guys are going to have a plentiful amount of time to build this, maybe over like a week or so, and the plan is to get everyone to donate resources towards the build-off. I'm also really unprepared. I should have brought some fence posts or something like that with me to cordon off the area, but around here looks good, you know, there's plenty of flat land. And there is one other thing that I thought about with this build-off, because I've had a lot of time to think about it. There's so many different ways that you could do this, but I think we're just going to have to pick an area that's fairly flat, fairly similar on both sides, and a lot, both Keralis and BdoubleO's a area of land each. And you know what, round about here looks okay actually. Let's take this guy out. Wah, take that. That's what I always say. And he isn't shooting me. Oh, there we go, he shot me. And again, and now this guy, go away. So Keralis' base is actually just off in that direction, so this is quite close to where they both are at the moment, because if you didn't know, BdoubleO is staying at Keralis' in a caravan. So around here looks good. Now I'm wondering if I should flatten off an area and give them both an equal size to build on, but I think it would be just best to maybe put a fence post down the middle. Maybe just put some rough markings, because I don't think this thing needs to be exact. There was a time when we were actually almost ready to go and record, but unfortunately some people couldn't make it and our original build-off never happened. But what I did for that was I took a map and I mirrored it. So I swapped everything on one side, I put a big glass wall down the middle, and then it was mirrored on the other side, so that when they were both building they'd have the exact same terrain to work with. But we're not going to have that luxury doing this, so I think this is a good area here. Let's say this is the border for one side, we can go back that way a fair bit, that direction as well, and then it would come over here to somewhere around here I think. So that is a big nice square area over there, and then it looks like there's also a nice big square area around here that we can cordon off. So what I'll probably do is put down some fence posts and then pillar up into the sky. And we are also going to need a lot of torches because there's loads of mobs around here as well. So yeah, that's the next thing we need to do. I'm going to go back to spawn, grab some fence posts, make a pillar into the sky, and just try and give them both a big nice square rectangle area to work with each. And then we're going to build a path from the spawn village out here as well. And at the moment there are no theme or rules really for the build-off. You know, obviously no cheating or destroying each other's buildings. But I'm sure as we think about this more we'll come up with more rules and a bit more of an idea at the moment, because at the current time it's just a complete freeform thing. I'm going to give them all a load of resources each, and then they're just going to build. So who knows what's going to happen, but let's get that done for now. Okay, I've finished building the bridge all the way out here. Bridge? Path. There's a little bit of a bridge in the middle where it goes over the ravine. And this is the area that I scouted out. There's easily a large area of land here that's fairly flat. Might have to fill in the water though. And then this area over here is a little bit smaller and, well, it's pretty much as flat. It's a different biome though, I think. I don't know, the grass is a different colour, but that doesn't really make any difference at all. And then I noticed this over here. I thought this was a decent sized square. So what I might do is cordon off this area and have this one as well and try and make it so that they're both roughly the same size. I'll also try and get hold of BdoubleO and Keralis and see if they're cool with that. I'm pretty sure they would be. It'd be quite difficult to actually get something that's completely identical, but as long as they've got roughly the same area of land, I think all will be good. Now, I'm actually quite unprepared for this. I managed to find some resources in the community storage area, just enough to build all of this, so I thought I'd stop the pathway here. And what was it I needed to do? Yeah, the next thing that I wanted to do was to cordon off the area with some fence posts and leave some signs and do things like that. And then I was going to go and visit everyone's base and leave them some instructions on what to do. It's basically going to say, if you go to spawn and follow the path, there will be 2 areas that are cordoned off for the build off, and then there's going to be a whole bunch of chests. If you feel like donating any materials to build with, then you're welcome to bring them along and dump them in those chests, and then on the day of the build-off we'll divide up all the resources in the chests that we gathered. But I planned on doing the fence bit before that, and I'm really not prepared. I was already over here from recording with Generic and Biffa, and I thought I'd just start this. So I think what I'm going to do is go back and get those materials, and then we're actually going to go and leave a message at everyone's base telling them what to do and where the build-off is. So they can get involved, and then when we come back here I'll have all the materials to finish doing that. Here we are at our first base. This is Demic, and I made a little crate here to put the message in, so we want to put a chest in there. And I made this out of jungle wood because, as you can see, I've got loads of it from where I've been removing the jungle forest over at the wastelands. And you know what, I love copy and paste because otherwise this thing would have been awful to do. So let's open up this book and not click on the chest. And I've already written out a message, and all I need to do is copy this and then paste it into Minecraft. Dear Hermit, your friends Keralis and BdoubleO are having a build off at spawn. At the Hermitcraft spawn even. At the Hermitcraft spawn village. I'm not that great at reading. So at a currently undecided time, we will need your help in assembling a large variety of materials for our other builders to build with. So we go over to the next page and let me copy the other bit. If you would like to donate any resources to the competition, please do so by visiting Spawn. There will be signs to direct you to the building area where you will find some of the chests for the resources. Thank you for your time, xisumavoid. Okay, I've just noticed that for some reason there's a gap after please. It shouldn't be like that. Let me just delete that all. Which is kind of pointless. I also think my wording there was a little incorrect towards the end. Although I do have a hard time reading and talking at the same time. It's like everything kind of gets a bit jumbled up and it's hard to actually follow what I'm reading because I'm talking about it. But let's just read that end bit again quickly. To direct you to the building area where you will find some chests for the resources. That should really say to put your resources in. Find some chests to put the resources in. Thank you for your time. And then signed xisumavoid. I think I signed the book as well, don't I? Yep. Build off, we'll call this. Sign and close. Okay, so we'll put that in there for Demic, and hopefully when he's next on he'll see this. If not, I'll message him on Skype. And there we go. There we go, that was almost everyone on the server. There was a couple of people I didn't go to. I still don't know where Static Space is. I did ask him, but I haven't heard back from him yet. And I didn't go to Hypnos as well. That's a 10-minute train ride through the Nether, and then it's 10 minutes back as well. So I'll just give him a message on Skype. And I've also left CoStar, I think this is his house. I've left him a little crate. I was thinking it's kind of pointless because he's new, he's probably just getting some resources himself and getting started. But I don't want to leave anyone out, so I thought I'd leave him that crate just in case he wanted to help out. This building over here is actually the courthouse that Joe Hills is building, and this structure is lovely. Look at the roof, I think that's really creative there. We should just go in and have a look as well. It looks really pleasant on the inside as well. I love this roof, such a nice idea. You've got your little stand up the end here for the judge. So yeah, we have given everyone a message about what's going on, and now I need to place some signs throughout the village, the small village, to redirect people in the right direction and send them down the end here. And I brought with me tons of jungle wood because we can make that into fence posts, and I happen to have a load of it. So that is what I'm going to be doing next, putting up some signs redirecting people down to the end here, and then I need to make those fence posts and sort of cordon off an area. I'm not going to fence post an entire square, I'm just going to put a few in each corner and try and make them roughly the same size. In fact, it shouldn't be too difficult to make them the same size. We have F3, so we can do some maths and figure out the size of these things. So I will do that, I'll do the signs, place those fence posts, and we'll be back here in a moment. Okay, here we are. We've got two marked out areas. This is 40 by 40, and now that I've come all the way up here, it doesn't actually look that big, so depending on what it is that Keralis and BdoubleO are going to be building, maybe we'll make that a bit bigger. There's definitely room for it. There's another 40 by 40 area over there, but when I came over here I forgot to bring some things with me. I wasn't that well prepared, so when we go back I'm going to be getting all the materials together that I'm going to donate for this build off. And I need to make some trap chests, so I've got to make a little list. I usually forget these things. Trap chests we want to have, so we can put some on the back side of these, so there's plenty of storage room. And I forgot to bring over any torches with me as well. And all this area is dark, so we need to torch that up so it'll be nice and safe when they're building here. And the other thing I need is some dirt, funnily enough, because I wanted to fill in this little water patch here. Although what I might do is actually just dig away at all this dirt and level this ground off. But again, I'm not really sure what it is these guys want to do when they build, so it might not be a big deal to fill in things like that. So we'll probably save that for another day after things have progressed. So I just need to remember to bring with me some trap chests and some coal so we can make torches and light up the area. So I'm going to head back now, and when we get over there we're going to make some minecart chests and bring over some supplies. Okay, I've got a bunch of supplies here and we are ready to move them. I'll tell you what, this episode is taking me a lot of time. I set aside this day and I knew it would take me a long time to do all of this, despite it not seeming like doing too much. So in this chest we got a load of sandstone, got loads of that to go around, just a few odd items in there. Now my plan was to originally fill up half a chest of each type of material, and I quickly realised that that wasn't going to work at all, so we got all this stone. That will definitely get used up, I reckon, because you can make all sorts of good building materials with that. We got some glass, a nether brick. I did plan to put more in here as well, but it takes a real long time to smelt them all up, so that'll do for now. If they need more, then I guess I can bring some over later. Lots of sand as well. I actually brought over a full half chest, or a single chest if you like, of sand, and then realised that it probably wouldn't get used, although you can turn it into sandstone. But we've got plenty of that already. So in here I've brought them some quartz and some lapis as well. I've got loads of that stuff, so I thought they could probably put it to use. And I've got not a lot of wool. I have got the sheep farm going. I don't visit it enough, so I've just picked out some colours that I've got an excess of wool of, so there's plenty of that. Some leaves. I'm sure they're going to need more jungle leaves. I know Keralis will, so I'll probably go and get some more of them at some point. And there's a load of cobblestone as well, so I think that'll do for starters. It'll be interesting to see what other people donate, and then depending on how much we get in total I can always come back here and get more materials. So we can actually send this one on its way. And do you know what, I planted another one down here earlier and it actually went off, so I've got a feeling that that might get stuck on the tracks or something like that. So we're going to have to do a bit of following the minecarts, but I'm just going to transfer all of these items into the chests. Okay, yeah, I think we're ready to go now. Got my trap chests, I've got coal in the ender chest. They were two of the other things that we needed to get, so let's push these guys. I've got a feeling that I'm going to need to follow them along. Maybe not actually. See, these are all powered, so they're going to be able to... Oh, there we go, that's why. Okay, this one has practically stopped here. And I am a little worried because I haven't seen the other ones at all. And if this one can't make it from one powered rail to the other, or maybe it does? I'm wondering where those other ones have gone. That does not look good. That does not look good at all. Oh wait, there they are. They're all piled up in the corner. Okay, so one of these is going to be empty. It's not that one. Oh, that's great. I really... Whoa, that's loud. Okay, well, do you know what? It looks like they grouped up and done that glitchy thing where they kind of go in whatever direction you nudge them forever. That is crazy. Okay, so we've got all of those, and I'm going to make this easy for myself. This is why I brought these rails, and actually I need to grab some building blocks out of one of these. Which one has cobblestone? Not you. These guys are all grouped up, so they're probably not going to... Can we click on a different one? Oh, there we go, there's cobblestone. Ah, damn it. And now we've got the one with nothing. Okay, this might take us a moment. Okay, I got my cobblestone in the end, and I got these to all separate. And I've just logged back in, and now they're all floating. And yeah, I've put down this rail on top of the cobblestone. This goes all the way up here to the nether portal, so we can push that through. This is just temporary, of course. I'm going to remove it after we've done that. So hopefully this will go without too many hiccups, although there's going to be a lot of carts bouncing back, and I'm sure some of them are going to go past me like they did earlier. Yeah, so let's get these on the track. Finally got the minecarts through the nether portal. They were a little bit derpy, but now they're all through. We've got 3 of them here and 1 just over there. So now I'm going to be building another track that goes, well, partially to the way to the build-off area. I'm going to have to assemble a track and then deassemble it to build the next bit. And I'm starting to wonder if it would have been quicker to just fill up my inventory and my ender chest and make a few trips back and forth. Do you know what? I think it probably was. If I'd have thought about how much I was actually bringing with me, this would have been 1, 2, 3, 4 chests worth. I can put a chest in my inventory, and I could have filled up my ender chest, so it would have been 2 trips worth. I think I'm going to grab an ender chest from somewhere and put it down right here, and just make a couple of journeys. Right as I start to record, it starts raining, which is very typical on this server. But I have now moved all of the items into these chests, and you know what, it would have taken me such a long time if I'd have done that with the minecarts. So I'm really glad I decided to drag those over like that. In fact, the whole thing should have been done like that. I should have grabbed a couple of speed potions, and that would have made it quicker as well. But we have one little job to do over here, which is to light up the area where they're going to be building. And I'm going to do that in between episodes because this has taken me a really long time. There's been a lot of travelling back and forth and travelling to everyone's bases as well, which really does eat up time, and this took a lot longer than I expected it to. But we have the build off to look forward to. At the moment we're not sure exactly how it's going to work out, but I'm sure we'll figure something out. But we've set things in motion here. We've now got the area where we're going to have the build off, and people are going to start coming down and hopefully delivering some more materials for Keralis and BdoubleO to build with. So we've got a lot to look forward to here, and I'm sorry for the shorter episode, but you can see I've been doing a lot. So thank you for watching, and I will catch you next time.